All right, word. So we're back here, and let me tell you this, man. We had Thanksgiving. Now, with Thanksgiving, tryptophan is a chemical that when you eat turkey, you feel very relaxed and chill. So some of you have been sleeping and feeling lethargic, and maybe you haven't been sleeping, but you've been getting up in the morning after you ate all that turkey these past couple days, and maybe it's been hard to get up, I bet. For those of you that are not in the U.S., with the big whole feast that happened between the Indians or the Native Americans and the cowboys, or excuse me, the pilgrims. I don't know why I'm thinking Indians and cowboys right now, but nonetheless, there was kind of this cornucopia of thanks that was happening between those two groups, those natives and those pilgrims. And it's funny because I grew up in Massachusetts, and we got the Plymouth Plantation, which is in a place called Plymouth, and that was sort of the place that you had the role play of all the different pilgrims and the natives, and everybody in Mass from whatever school they're from would take a field trip there once a year. So that's a place, that's like a real place, the Plymouth Plantation, and to this day you got actors acting like Indians, acting like there's some sort of settlers, So nonetheless, I think so turkeys are a sign of fortune, wealth, and prosperity as well. So you've been seeing some turkeys, then it's a freaking sign, man. It must be a sign, right? So what else? Okay, I think that's it on Thanksgiving. We're coming up to Christmas time pretty quick, so the year's almost over, which is nuts because it went by pretty quick as well. Now let me show you something real quick. All right, so I have decided to create a new show once again, and this will all make sense why I'm giving myself so much creative freedom. So Top Secret will be a new show where I essentially talk about all the different updates around spaces that I'll be holding, around events I'll be going to, around talks I'll be giving, around collabs that I'll be requested to do, around new things that I'm going to be looking into, new people that I'm meeting and maybe going to do some collaboration with, bring them on my channel for maybe a podcast. It will be the central hub of everything that I do, everything that JSpeak will do. Top Secret is a show. Top Secret will have a different thumbnail than this, but it took me a little bit to figure it out, and once I did, I figured that it would be a good one. Like, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good show, and it'll bring clarity to my channel. It'll bring a lot more clarity. It's also like kind of funny because people will see what I'm doing more clear over time because it takes a lot of time to do, I think, what I'm going to be trying to do here, and like I'm okay with that. It's good. It's just like little bit by little bit, and this will kind of be the central hub. We did turn JSpeak YouTube channel into basically over the past year to 2 years really just a personal brand. It shows all of the different shortcomings I've had over the years, explaining thousands of videos of content. So there's a whole database to explore. Now, in all seriousness, I have some of the highlights of my career on this channel, and that's in blockchain, AI, and immersive tech. I don't have all of them, but I have most of them. So if I'm talking to my grandkids, right now I'm just in the middle of trying to build everything so that way one day you're created somehow from my kids, I guess. So if I'm talking to my grandkids, that's kind of what's going on. But nonetheless, that's what I just want to say. Couple of loose ends. So I'm going to post 2 videos. One is a update on the virtual Google Cloud Twitter space with Sai from Google Cloud. And then one of them is a more like triple update. And you can tell that I am just, the coldest room in the world in that one because I'm just, nestled up in a bunch of different layers. But I'll tell you this, that was on Pyma, Clay Nation, and the Google Cloud announcement with Virtua and some other things too. So there's that's happening. There's a lot that's happening in those 3 ecosystems. Pyma had a lot of things that I didn't really catch the first time that I guess I was digging into them. Clay Nation, some follow-ups. Nothing really new other than Clay Falls still, and then Virtua. Then I did a follow-up on the Virtua segment. So those 2 videos I have to post because I haven't posted them yet, and then I'll post this. And this will be a top secret. Couple of things to mention that are loose ends is a Twitter space. I've gone back and forth with Penny. I thought that he meant on Monday he would be available 9 a.m. Eastern, but it turns out he meant Tuesday, so we might hold it Metaverse Tuesday instead of Metaverse Monday because that's what JPEG Store's new CEO, Penny, and there's a lot of great questions that I've had prepared for a couple weeks now, but he's been kind of traveling a bit, so it's been tough to put together. Another thing is there is on Cardano, there are some real journalists called the CNFT News team, and they invited me to come on and do a show Thursday at 3 p.m. So that's kind of cool that we're going to be doing that. Next NoBS RADIX Research Twitter space is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday, okay? And I did get a message from, I think it was the Foxy. So I think his Twitter is what again? It's like Flight of the Fox. So he's trying to get peers on to our NoBS RADIX Research Twitter spaces, which is kind of cool because I listen to a lot of peers' content. So it's almost tough when you have guys like that in your space because, there's so much to talk about, but there's also not much to talk about because I'm not sure, I guess going through some of the core concepts of RADIX again, explaining the RADIX engine, high level, explaining sort of some of the thinking behind, is this going to be a consumer chain? Is there a vision for businesses to be built and integrate with RADIX from Web 2? I don't know. I'm kind of still thinking about it all. but nonetheless, it would be cool. The next No BS RADIX Research Twitter Space will be at Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's the other thing. And then let me just make sure that I'm not forgetting anything by opening up another new tab. And if it's a little dark, it's just because it's kind of like nighttime. No, that's kind of it. I do need an outlet for some AI research that I've been doing. So that might be something, but that'll be a little bit. So don't worry, no rush on figuring out what I'm gonna do there. Yes. And you know, it's kind of like I'll be posting almost like more, but less, if that makes sense. And I think it will soon, but like, you know, I'll be posting more so different places. This top secret show will be the central hub for everything. And then it's kind of just like that for now. And if my eyes look red, they're not. It's just because it's a little dark. So that's what I'll say. New show though, JSpeak Top Secret, which is kind of nice because my avatar does kind of look like an agent a little bit. And I needed some kind of show for this. So this is great because now we have a personal brand show. And we have so much more that we've gotten to create over the bear market that people just, you know, can't copy because it's very unique. And this is why I suggest people be them, you know, be you, and come out with stuff that nobody else can do. Because I think, though it will take time and you'll see certain things and whatever people make fun of you, it's kind of just the best because you know why you're doing it. People don't know yet, but you know that you're slowly building something really interesting. And that's what I'll say. Take care, everybody, and have an incredible rest of your day. And if it's Saturday, then have an incredible rest of your, what is it, I guess, weekend. So if it's your weekend, then have an incredible rest of it, and then, you know, carry that into next week. You know, bring some of that magic into next week, and make sure you do. And that's what I'll say to end it. So we ended it, and I'll see you next time. Top secret.